Hi there, everyone. Today I am going to go over some of the things that I have been asked in the questions and comments and stuff like that on my website and on YouTube. Uh, and I figured I'd go over them and answer them for you guys and try to help you guys out the best that I can. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to talk about the theme. The theme I got is called Gimp CC themes, I believe. Let me find it here. It's called Gimp CC themes. I'll leave a link to these themes in the description. You guys could go ahead and click on them and download them. It'll take you to a GitHub site and it'll take you to the guy that created these. But he's got three themes. He's got the dark, the darker, and the darkest. The theme that I'm using is darkest. All you want to do is you want to take these theme folders and you'll want to go ahead and let me come down here, and you'll want to go into your local disk, program files, GimpTOOTS, share, GIMP 2.0, and then you could install them here in the themes here, or you could go into your C drive and then go down to users and then your username and then GIMP 2.8, and you will find you the themes here. And this is actually where I have these installed. And if you can't find them, you could go into edit and then go into preferences, and then you will come here and you'll see your themes, and you could choose whichever theme you would like and then click on OK. And on Windows you will have to, like if I decided to click on the darker or the dark, I'll click OK. It won't reset automatically. You have to close out GIMP. Let me make sure I have this saved real quick. You'll have to close out GIMP and then restart GIMP. So we'll go ahead and restart it here. I get this error because I have something installed that's old and I don't remember what it is. I need to find it and take it out of there. But there you go. Now you'll see that I have this theme, and it don't change too much. The only thing that really changes is over here in your brush settings and stuff like that. So you just go to file, or I'm sorry, edit, and then you go to preferences, and then you'll go to theme, and then you'll click the theme that you want. Click OK. And if you're on Linux, the theme will change automatically, but for Windows users, it does not change automatically. I'm not sure about Mac, but I assume that it's the same as Windows. You'll have to close it and then reopen it for the new theme. And there we go. We got a darker theme going on here. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was the keyboard shortcuts. I have quite a few keyboard shortcuts that I made myself. A lot of them I made into the Photoshop shortcuts because I use Photoshop a lot, and it's more comfortable for me to set up keyboard shortcuts in GIMP as the shortcuts for Photoshop. That way I'm not sitting here trying to remember GIMP and Photoshops. But I do use a lot of the native GIMP shortcuts too. But just some of them, like the merge. So you got merge visible layers, that's Control M. I didn't change that, but like merge down, it is Control E, I believe, in Photoshop, but Control E is already doing something else. I don't remember what it is, so I put it Control Alt E, sorry about that. And then there's another one, type in visible. And we got copy visible, Shift Control C is for that one. But I changed the new from visible, which is Shift Control Alt E or Control Alt Shift E. Don't matter how you press your keys on it. And that will take, let me go ahead and open up this file again. Let me open the recent. And that will go ahead and take this whole image here. So if I press Control Alt Shift E, it will just make a copy and merge all the layers down, but it won't merge all the layers. It'll just make a visible copy of everything here. And there you go. I like doing this, especially when I'm doing some color correcting or hue saturation and stuff like that. I can go ahead and just do that and do a maybe a hue saturation or something like that. And I could bump up the saturation on this. Then I could press OK, and then I could press Control Shift D to duplicate that layer. And then I could come and do a curves, and then I could come in here and do a curves adjustment if I wanted to make this lighter or brighter, and press OK. Then I could press Control Shift D. And I like doing with the visual layers after I get done creating the image though, and then I go through and do all the color correcting. And then I have Alt Delete set to delete layers. So if you just go back into your keyboard shortcuts, you can just type in delete, and I have Alt Delete set for deleting my layers. I believe in Photoshop that's delete, but the delete is on something else on here. I haven't went through to change all that much, but I just wanted to show you guys that you guys could type anything that you want to do here in the keyboard shortcut, and you could go ahead and find like the brush to set brush hardness and stuff like that. You could put any kind of keyboard shortcut that you want on here, and Shift Control B, dialog brushes, and you could add your own shortcuts to it. The next thing that I wanted to talk about was the plugins, like installing the layer effects. There's a lot of people that says they can't get the layer effects and the layer via cut and layer via copies to work. So I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a little bit on that on Windows 10. I am using Windows 10. So let's go ahead and let's jump to, if I can find it here, let's go ahead and jump here. And here's the GitHub for the themes. All you'll want to do is click clone or download, and it will download a zip file, and then you will want to unzip the zip file and take the 3 theme folders and install it into the themes folder that I showed you. And then on the layer via copy cut, we could download that. Give it just a second, and we could go ahead and open it in the folder. And I already got it here. Then you'll want to just, if you have WinRAR, you just right click and you will just extract it, and you will get this folder. All you want is the Python. So I will right click on it and I will copy this file, and then you will want to go to your local disk, and then you'll want to go to your users, your username, and then GIMP 2.8. You should have this folder. If you don't, just type just add a new folder and type .gimp-2.8 and then create that folder, and then come in here, but you should have this folder, and you will have some of this. Now some people might not have this plugins folder, so just create it yourself. Do it all lowercase, so plug and then dash and then ends. And then you will want to open here, and you'll just want to right click and you'll want to paste that in there, and I will replace that. And you will have layer via copy via cut in your Python files. Now if you're on Windows, like I said, everything you add as far as brushes and add-ons and stuff like that, you will have to restart GIMP to have those load up so you could use them. So there's another thing that I wanted to show you. If you go into edit and then preferences, and you want to go to folders, and you could come here and you could go ahead and, like, your temporary folder, you could change that to somewhere else. Your swap folder, GIMP 2.8, you can navigate to all that. Let's see here. There's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let's see, interface. This is all pretty much personal preferences. But here, the move tool, you could go ahead and click that if you wanted to set the layer path that is active. And I like that they got the new little pop-ups here. If enabled, the move tool sets the edited layer or path as active. This used to be the default behavior in older versions. I don't like that, so I don't keep it ticked. Toolbox, you could go ahead and, like I said, this is all just personal preference stuff here. The default image size, you could go ahead and change all that here, and your quick mask color and all that stuff. And when you click OK and you shut down GIMP and you load it back up, all this stuff will be the same. You got your appearance. This is how I have mine: show menu bar, show scroll bars, status bar, show selection, show grid or guides, I'm sorry. Let's see here if there was anything else I wanted to show you guys. I think that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and click on OK here. So I installed that plugin, and once you quit and restart, you'll go into layers and you will see layer via cut in layers. If you don't see it, you did not install it in the proper place, and you will need to go and look where you installed that and reinstall it in the plugins folder in the .gimp 2.8 folder. So let's see, that's layer via cut. Another one that I have here is layer effects. The layer effects is, you will go ahead and go to this website here. I'll leave the link to all these stuff here, and you could download the script if you'd like. The layer effects Python, I download the layer effects 2.8 Python. And if you middle click on your mouse, open in a new page, what you'll want to do is go ahead and right click on this, and you could copy it. This is Microsoft Edge, but on Google it's different. Google will let you go ahead and save it, but you could go ahead and copy that like that if you're using Microsoft Edge. And you could go ahead and you could open up Notepad, or you could open up Notepad++. If you have Notepad++, and you'll just Control V, paste that in there, and you want to go to File, Save As, and then you could save it to your desktop, and you could save it as layer effects .py. Make sure you have the py, and then you could change this file location down here to, where is it at, to Python, and you go ahead and save that out there just like that. But if we were on Google, I'll just go ahead and open up Google real quick just to show you guys this real fast. You Control paste that in there, and you will just go ahead and click on that, and it will open. You'll right click, Save As. You want to go to All Files, and just make sure that this is .py, and you can save that to your desktop. Save, and there we go. It's saved as a Python file already, and that's easier to go ahead and do. And then you will have that file on your desktop, and you just go to your desktop and layer effects. Oops, I didn't want to double click on that. You'll right click, you'll go ahead, and we could cut this, and we will go into the local disk, and we'll go to program files. Actually, I'm sorry, local disk, and we'll go to users, your username, GIMP 2.8 plugins, and then we will install it here. And just replace file destination, because I have it in there already. And then again, like I said, if you install all this stuff before you have GIMP up, then all you need to do is just start GIMP, and it will be loaded up when you start it, and you will see your layer effects in layer. And then you could just go ahead and open anything up. Let's not do that one. Let's go ahead and do layer effects. Let's go ahead and do stroke. And we will do color. And we will put the preview on. And the size we could go ahead and make, I don't know, 10. And let that update. With the red, we could go ahead and change the color. Let's change the color to, I don't know, white. Just like that. And we'll go ahead and we can merge this with the layer if we would like. And that's pretty much it. Then you click OK and you will have your layer effects there. Let's go ahead and cancel that. Let's Control Shift Alt E. And let's go ahead and do that again. So we go to layer effects, stroke, and we will, let's make this 20 this time just to make it bigger. Let's go ahead and put the preview on. Let's go ahead and make this color white, just like that. And you will see that now you have a white stroke. And this time we won't merge it with the layer. We'll let it make its own layer. And we will just drag that out of this group because I do not want that in the group. Let's drag that out also. Let's go ahead and delete that. And now we have the stroke here. We could go back into the layers, layer effects. And then you could do drop shadow, the same thing. And then just turn on preview. And let's go ahead and make this 0 for the angle. And let's go ahead and make the opacity. Let's make the opacity to about, I don't know, 88%. Let's make the size. Let's go about 10 on the size. And let's go ahead and do the spread. Let's do maybe 4 on the spread. And you're not going to be able to see this really well, but if I zoom in really close, you will see a little bit of a drop shadow there. And then all you got to do is just go ahead and press OK. And there you go. Now you have a little border and stuff around there. But that's how that stuff works. Let's go ahead and open up a new file, and let's just go ahead and press Control Shift N. Let's make a new layer, press OK. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's just make a little square, and let's go ahead and do that. Let's change the color a little bit. Close this down. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we can move this one more time up here. Go ahead and fill that. Control Shift A to deselect, just like that. And then we could go ahead and oops, I didn't want to do that. While I keep on pressing the wrong keyboard shortcut. And let's go ahead and I merged that down, and let's just go ahead and let's just make a selection out of this. And then you will go up to layer, and then you could do layer via cut. And there you go. Now you see that you have a new layer to cut that out. So those were the few questions that I had. If there was some questions that I didn't answer, just leave a comment below. But pretty much that's all you have to do. And this is on Windows. Like I said, if you don't have that plugins folder in your GIMP 2.8 plugins, just go ahead and create it. I will leave that up for just a second so you can see it's all lowercase, and it's plug-ins, so plugins in that folder, and then you could start installing stuff in there. And then if it still don't find it, then you go to your preferences and then go to folders, and you could go ahead and look up GIMP 2.8 there. And they have changed some of this a little bit. I just downloaded this new copy today. I haven't been on GIMP in a little while. So, but you just navigate there. You could go ahead and bring the plus and drop that down and come here to your plugins, and you see I have the plugins going to GIMP 2.8 and then GIMP 2.0 plugins folder there, but I have the .gimp-2.8 plugins folder as the main one there, and then it will find it and you just press OK, and then you will need to go ahead and close GIMP out and restart it, and you should be able to find your plugins that way. But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe for tons more tutorials, and have a great day. Thank you.